Okay, first of all, here's my helper, Heather. Say hello, Heather.
Hi.
Okay, what we're doing is we have a vacuum sealer over here, and I will show you this. And this is a Kenmore vacuum sealer. It's about $130, $120, depending on where you get it at. And what we have is the bags here, and this is one of the bags that's already sealed up. And what we've done is we've broken down 50 pounds of rice actually into 8 different bags, even amounts. It's about 9.5 cups per bag, and it's a little over 6 pounds per bag. Okay, so here I'm going to give that to Heather. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take the rice and we're going to put it, and it's got a serrated side, so we're going to put that side down into the channel here. And what this is going to do is it's going to suck all the air out of the bag. So we're going to have, it's a vacuum and it's sealed. So, and what it's going to do, it's sucking all the air out of here. So what we're going to be doing, this is for long-term food storage for our survival needs. In the offhand case if something happens, we have a good supply of food so that we can take care of our family, because we have 5 in the family. We have my wife and I, and we have 3 children. So then we're gonna, I like to double seal it, and I will show you that once it's done. So now all the air is sucked out, and what ends up happening is you have, I'm doing the second seal right now. Now we have these buckets that we got actually at the Home Depot, as you can see on there, not a kick for Home Depot, but the buckets are fairly cheap. And then what I do, now that this is done and it's double sealed, all that's sealed in there good, I'm going to actually write, if you come over here, Heather, so they can see, I'm packing up rice. So I put rice on there, and then I put the date. Today is the 27th of January of 2010. So then we're going to take this rice and I'm going to put it into the buckets, and I can get like 2 of the things of rice, let me see that, honey, into the bucket. And what happens is we have this in the bucket here, and then we're going to have, could I have one of the lids here? Let's see. Okay, I got a lid. Now if you'll see, I'm going to show you the lid. On the inside of the lid, I don't know if you can see this, is a rubber seal. I don't know how well you can see that here. If I can, maybe I can get over into the light. And you can see, and there's a rubber seal. And once that rubber seal is put on top and it's sucked down, it sucks the air in there again, so it's a double seal. So already you got this in here. Now I'm going to put more stuff in there than just the rice, but it's a good way to pack up your stuff. Now I'm going to take you over here, and I'm actually going to show you our pantry that we have. And we have all kinds of canned goods. We have some juice down there. We have soups. We buy a lot of our bulk stuff. You see the 3 big 6-pound things of peanut butter. We get those at Sam's, and we buy most of our stuff at Sam's. And then I'm going to pan over here, and you're going to see a whole bunch of MREs, which are meals ready to eat. And I'm going to show you an example of what they look like. And I have that right here, and that is an MRE. And we actually buy them online, and I won't say the site because you can get them for whatever site you desire. And it's about $60 for 12 meals. Those will last about 10 years in optimal conditions, which now we're in our basement, so we're talking about 55 degrees. It's nice and cool. There's no moisture or anything like that. Now what you'll see here is you'll see a bunch of buckets that I already have packed up. We got them stacked 4 high, and they go all the way down the thing. I got about 55, 60 buckets of food packed up at this point in time. So what we're trying to do, and I know that some people would say, well, that's crazy what you're doing. It doesn't make any sense. We prepare for the worst and we hope for the best. I know that if something bad were to happen, I'm going to have enough food to take care of my family. The Mormons, and people think that they're crazy, they get a year's supply of food. So what we're trying to do is also get a good supply of food. And I'm going to show you something else as well here. Part of the food that we get here is, I'm going to show you this down here. This here is salmon in a can, so there's some more of your meat source. And if you'll see here, we have chicken breast in a can. So you have to have meat. Here we have
a thing of Spam. Not everybody likes Spam, but that's also a good thing. One of the sources that we have too, that you'll see that we have packed up over here, is a ton of honey. Okay, and that comes, it's in 5-pound things, and honey will last forever. It'll never go bad. It'll crystallize, but then it'll be okay to still eat once you thaw it out. Now the pasta, we got a ton of pasta, as you'll see here. Also, pasta will last forever and never go bad. Same thing with rice. Rice will last you forever. So my thing to most people I would suggest is, let me show you something else here real quick. Over here, you'll see Poland Springs water, cases of water that we have stashed aside. And then we also have, here is a provisional pantry. Like this is freeze-dried white chicken it's cooked, okay? Now these containers here will last you 25 years if they're not used. Alright, so preparation is a huge thing. Having a good supply of water. I'll show you something else here too. If you look up on top here, if you see right there, those are 7-gallon containers of water. There's no water in them at the moment, but if something goes bad, we could fill those up with water, and we would have a lot of fresh water. And my daughter just fell. So basically, what preparing and being ready for whatever inevitability happens. I mean, most people are going to say, this guy's crazy, he's out of his mind, he's got a ton of food, what for? Well, we live in Rochester, New York, and we do have a lot of ice storms, and the power does go out up here, and then we get snowed in occasionally. And if we were locked up in the house for a couple of weeks and we couldn't get out, we have the means to take care of ourselves and not ever have to leave the house, and I can feed my family and know that nobody's going to starve. And we have an insert in the fireplace, so we know that we're going to have enough wood, because we split wood from our own land. I have 10 acres in the southern tier where we get our wood, and we do, you know, we heat the house by wood most of the time. So even if the power went out, we have food, we have water, we have the means to make warmth. I also have a generator, a 5,500 watt generator, so that I can keep my freezer going or my refrigerator going. And people would think that it's a huge undertaking to do what we're doing. And I've done this over the course of a little over a year. We built our property in the southern tier, and I'm going to do some more videos on that, and you'll see that once the spring gets here, and I'll do some stuff up there, and I'll talk about what we got going there. It's a place to go to ground. If something bad happens, I can take my family out of suburbia, and I can take them out into the country, and we can be safe. But that's for another video. This basically is showing you how we store food. Like I said, we take and we suck the air out of the bags. We have our supplies of regular food, a lot of canned foods, canned meats, and you know, a lot of pasta sauce down here. And you know, so obviously we're in Rochester, we should do a lot of our shopping at Wegmans. It's cheap for the pasta. We get it for like 99 cents a jar. So we got about 40 jars of the pasta. We do a lot of the, you see the angel hair pasta there that Heather has. I had the pasta sauce before. So we stock up pretty good on everything. And just trying to be ready for whatever inevitability happens. I mean, if you look at the people in Haiti right now, they're having problems. They're starving. They don't have food. But if they had had a supply of food that they could take care of their own family, I understand that they're the poorest country in the world, but the thing is, look how fast they've descended into anarchy down there, and you're not seeing a lot of that on the media because they want your money to help them. But realistically, I don't care if it happened in Rochester, New York, or wherever it happened. You look what's happening right now on the West Coast with the mudslides and all that. People are being displaced. They don't have anywhere to go. Having your home base is great, but having some place to go elsewhere to be safe within a 100-mile radius. Our land is 76 miles away for us. It's close enough that we can get away from here if we had to, if something bad happened, but we can also be ready. So this is like just my first video, and we'll go from there, and I'll do some more. Thank you.